So some myths about eating disorders, because there are kind of a lot of myths or just kind of misconceptions, especially around eating disorders. Namely that most people with anorexia nervosa do not just restrict. There's this kind of, I guess, stigma, stereotype we might call it, that if somebody has anorexic, she's a rail thin model who never eats, right? That's just not true. And not all people with anorexia nervosa or any eating disorder are low weight. I don't have to be severely underweight or have a dangerously low BMI to be diagnosed with an eating disorder. And malnourishment can occur at any weight. If I'm denying my body of the nutrients that it needs, I can become malnourished no matter what weight I'm at. Not all people with eating disorders have the goal of weight loss or have an issue with body image. Sometimes it's connected to that, but not always, which is why I think it's important that we be careful with our words sometimes when we're trying to support somebody with an eating disorder, or maybe we're a clinician working with somebody with an eating disorder. You really want to stay away from things like, well, you don't look like you have an eating disorder, right? Or you look great, you look awesome, you don't need to lose any weight. Like, oh, I'm on this crazy diet right now. Like, we want to stay away from making comments about their appearance and their relationship with food, and we really want to stay away from making comments about our own appearance and our own relationship with food. Because you might be missing the point, really. And there are some other eating disorders that are kind of under that OSFED category, like avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. This limits the type or amount of certain foods. Orthorexia, which is being obsessed with clean eating or restricting certain food types. Or having pica, which is where I eat objects that have no nutritional value. So I can have any of those eating disorders or any eating disorder without having the preoccupation with weight loss or body image. Eating disorders are not a choice, right? Just like substance use disorders are not a choice. They are complex medical and psychiatric illnesses with several biopsychosocial contributing factors, right? They are born in the same way that a lot of substance use disorders are born, and often at an early age. And eating disorders are not women-only diseases, right? A lot of men are affected by these as well. This 2007 study showed that up to 1/3 of all eating disorder sufferers are male. And another study done in 2015 showed that on their campus, transgender men and women and non-binary students were the group that were most likely to have been diagnosed with an eating disorder in the past year.